I tried to improve my personal best time from a 129 all the way down to a 125 within 5 days. Last episode, we left off on day 2 with a new hard-fought PB of 1 hour and 28 minutes. Now it's time to put this challenge to bed. Would I end the week with a new and shiny 125, or would I walk away from this challenge unsatisfied and unsuccessful? Well, there's only one way to find out, so come take a seat and join me as I journey on the road to 119. Day 3 started off a bit rough. I was playing okay, but my brain wasn't really fully engaged, so I kept making stupid mistakes that were costing me time. This would prove to be a very frustrating experience. Why even push myself with this self-imposed challenge if I'm just gonna keep making these small, easy-to-fix mistakes time and time again? And I think that's where the true heart of this week-long challenge lies. It's a battle within my own mind. I know that I can achieve a 125. I mean, look at my summa best. It's a 117. But if I wanted that 125, I really needed to push myself beyond my current limits, and I needed to start taking this seriously. There are no save states like there were in the Floor is Lava and the Barrel Run, and ending this challenge the same way I ended Hardcore was not an option. That is what was going through my head when I came out of Pianta 2 25 seconds behind. It was time to start focusing up. This is where day 3 really began. I messed it up. But I saved it. That's a crazy save. So you can never count on the swoop and stews there, because they have very annoying pathing, where they just barely don't see you unless they spawn in like the exact correct spot at the exact correct time. What happened there, by the way, is that I was spamming A and B to get a jump dive out, but I didn't get the jump dive out. It was a rocky start to getting back on track. But those moments of improvisation are some of the most important when it comes to speedrunning. It's inevitable that things will go wrong, and it's up to the runner to find a way to make them go right again. Really, that grabs up? Or climbs up? Oh, gotta do it this way, because... Oh! Oh, I can't think about that right now. I need to do this level. Fun fact, I am editing this 7 months later, and now is the first time I remembered that I can think about that. Basically, I did Yoshi skip using a janky strat that requires Mario to dive. I also had a little bit too much height, which meant I bunked on the jelly. But luckily, for probably some weird collision reason, Mario didn't get much knockback at all from the bunk, so he was still able to clip. This is why you should just do Yoshi skip the normal way, kids. Anymore. Uh-oh, he pushed me a little bit. Okay, we're fine. Nothing to worry about there. It landed like perfectly in the center. All that time loss is actually probably from not an early cycle, but just a faster cycle in my PB, which I did yesterday. Oh wait, no. Wait. I haven't mentally adjusted to the fact that this is a new PB and not something I have to like remember from a year ago. No. Yesterday I died in the secret. Not a great time, but it's fine. Okay, I'm gonna, instead of the normal jump dive, I'm gonna have to do a backflip jump dive here, because he's in the way. Ah, that still didn't work. That actually had gold potential, I think, because my gold here sucks. That's still my gold, actually. Oh my god, he's bunny hopping! He's bunny hopping! And now episode 7 here. It's fast if I kill Mario or Shadow Mario before he jumps over the fence. I have to get a good bridge movement for that. To get the water slide here, then it's a possibility, yeah. Yep, there we go. That was pretty fast. That was actually really fast. That killed like faster than it felt like it should have, but whatever. That's like a super fast. That's probably gonna gold actually. Oh, no, it's not. I was feeling really good coming out of Pianta in the green. Don't get me wrong, I was still making reckless mistakes, some of which I've cut for the sake of brevity, but they were now happening much fewer and far in between. Of course, I still had things like Honey Skip and EYG to worry about, so we're not out of water yet. Welcome to Cooking with Angry Max. I am your host, Angry Max, and today I will be showing you how to make Honey Skip. Our first ingredient is a nice, well-timed out-of-bounds clip. For our second ingredient, we want just a dash of Mario's shadow. Not too much, as it can easily overpower. Next will be some zesty but precise positioning. This can really make or break the dish. And for our last ingredient, we want a delicious hover for 1 second followed by a ground pound then sidestep as far left as possible before dying. Mmm, how delicious and scrumptious. Like you die if you don't hover long enough, I think. My pinna was looking really good, as with each and every split, I was gaining more and more time. I even got the world's jankiest pinna for one cycle. A one cycle, by the way, means that I ground pounded each and every one of the snooze Koopas before any of the flower cutscenes began, saving around 10 seconds. Over not doing it. Wow, one cycle, and I'm under the shine. What just happened there? Wow, that was a bizarre one cycle. Unfortunately though, my streak had run too long. It was time for something to go wrong. Is that bars? Okay, so what we do here, we get a papaya. We need to move it all the way over there. Grab a durian. We need Yoshi to be purple because of how platforms move when he's purple, when he sprays enemies. We need to leave him here. Get the papaya. Get one of these guys on us. And they can ground pound there, that's fine. Throw the papaya into the loading zone. Have this guy follow me. And then he has to ground pound here and out. Oh, I put Yoshi too far. I'm gonna wait on him, yep. Okay. That's fine. Here. Okay, there we go. Flip out of bounds, and then we need this guy to follow us. Turn him into a platform. Turn Yoshi orange, because Yoshi has to be orange to activate the loading zone on the Yoshi Garand, and that is EYG, and this version is 3YG because it's in Pinna 3, but you can do it in Pinna 2 or Pinna 5. Something to keep in mind with that time loss. Those last 30 seconds weren't just because I messed up the clip, I also got bad fruit RNG. In my PB, Yoshi wanted a papaya, but as you saw in the current run, Yoshi wanted a coconut. The papaya is more or less on the way to Yoshi, while the coconut is past him. So the coconut can cost somewhere around 5 to 10 seconds. Yeah, so we're losing a bit of time here because of how slow I did 3YG, but we're still in the green, and it's better to do 3YG slow than to fail 3YG. Also, my hair is so flat today, Jesus. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, that was a good backup, actually. I just practiced this right at the very beginning of stream. It's crazy I failed that, but whatever. I'm gaining time over PB, though, because I completely failed it yesterday. All right, so we are done in Pinna. Pinna is one of the most stressful levels. When I'm out of Pinna, that generally means I'm going to finish the run. Unless I game over. Do a trick called a Beyblade there. You basically... When Mario's on too steep of a slope, he enters a sliding animation. But here in Sunshine, I don't know why I said here in Sunshine. I'm not going to lie, my mid-run trick explaining needs some work. I stumbled over my words for a while there, so I'm going to spare you guys' brain cells and just quickly explain what the Beyblade trick is here in post. When Mario normally goes onto a slope, he can get some crazy speed depending on how steep the slope is. However, that is at the cost of going into the butt side animation, which really limits his movement options. We can counter this by entering into the sprinkler squirt animation, which will cause Mario not to go into the butt side animation when sliding down a slope, thus gaining all the speed with no consequences. And you're going to see another Beyblade in a couple levels, Rico 4. And actually you'll see one in Rico 3. Rico 3 is home of Beyblades. I don't think any other level has Beyblades. Use a Beyblade to enter Rico, and then there's like 2 Beyblades you can use in Rico for any percent. That's kind of cool. I'm playing it safe. Oh. Okay. Gooper Blooper, he forced me to let go. But yeah, basically with Gooper Blooper, morbid, but as soon as he starts screaming, that's when you can let go of his mouth. You don't have to wait until the game forces you to let go. Rico 2 is a surf blooper level, but you don't actually use the surf bloopers here. There's also Rico 6, which is another surf blooper, but I feel like this is the surf blooper level, you know? Man. Bad entry. Go past this, jump up, and we do some Y-turn movement to get into the loading zone. Rico was going well. While there was sloppy movement here or there, I was overall doing better than I did on my PB, which brings us to Rico 6. For those of you who watched episode 2, you'll know that my Rico 6 was, well, let's just say it left a lot to be desired. So let's check in and see how the current run's Rico 6 went. It couldn't possibly be any worse, right? I need to properly learn the movement here. That slide. Okay. Not as much as I do a Mecha Bowser. But I feel like leaning in helps me concentrate, which I actually think is a real thing.
Okay, I got that coin.
Hold up. Rewind.
Okay.
I've got a small rant to make. You're telling me this counts as collecting the red, but this and this don't? What? Rico 6 alone is putting the angry into Angry Max. Look, usually with Sunshine, you've just got to accept there's jank, and to move on by learning to avoid it, such as with the deceiving collision here with the green pegs on these platforms, or the fact that PD can clip you underground if you get too close. But like, is my takeaway here supposed to be that I don't aim for the coin? Surely not, but it kinda seems like it. But whatever. I'll have to look actually back on the footage. Dude. I'm saving over a minute and a half on Rico 6. That's just stupid. Being almost 2 minutes out of Rico can be pretty nerve-wracking, and let me tell you, it was. So it shouldn't be too surprising that I made this big mistake in Bianco 6. Okay, that dive over the star always makes me nervous. Okay, I'm just gonna die. How does that not momentum spin jump? Now, you might think that this was the breaking point of the run. However, to do that. I'm just gonna play it safe. I almost bonked. Okay. Oh man. Yep, I somehow gained time here in Bianco 6. And on top of that, I went on to gold Bianco 7. Now just over 2 minutes ahead, I was feeling very confident moving into the late game. Incredibly messed that up. Okay, check Mario. I was definitely like touching you basically, but I guess I wasn't close enough. I hate late game. I love it. It's the most fun part of the speedrun, but it's also so much more stressful because you're fighting for a PB, and also from Bianco 6 onwards, I feel like the run gets so much harder. Or maybe not harder, but a lot more punishing. Why would I ground pound there? Why would I ground pound there? I had so many options and I choose to ground pound. I choose to seal my fate. As long as I don't die again. I actually get time saved because I died yesterday a lot later into this secret, so. That was a little scuffed, but whatever. Dude, I need to chill. Okay, well, I got that movement. Okay, time save. Serena was feeling pretty comfortable. I was consistently staying 2.5 minutes ahead, and after that Serena 2, everything went to plan. Well, everything important went to plan. Where's my A button going? Naturally, it was now time for Noki. And let me tell you, everything I said about the late game being more stressful and punishing is amplified twofold in Noki. The amount of easy to make mistakes that can cost you 30+ seconds in Noki is staggering. Which brings us to the eel. Oh. Go, 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 go. Okay. I should have hovered more when I had the chance. Oh god, oh god, oh god, I'm gonna be eaten. I accidentally hit the Y button, so I came out of Y cam when I didn't want to. Okay. I need to get coins now if I want to go for the travel skip thing. What was I talking about needing a coin for that travel skip thing? First, let me explain that travel skip thing. There's a trick right at the end of the eel fight that skips the ending cutscene. Well, sort of. The cutscene will still play out, but you get to keep control of Mario. The main benefit of this is that Mario won't get teleported after the shine spawns, so he can catch it as it spawns instead of having to slowly fall or travel to it. Thus, why I'm referring to it as a type of travel skip. As for why I needed a coin, well, in order to do this trick, Mario needs to take damage right before defeating the eel. You can do this by timing Mario's drowning, but it's a lot more consistent to just let the last tooth hit Mario as it's being cleaned. Additionally, right as the cutscene would end, Mario will for some reason take 1 point of damage right before his air is all the way restored. That means that if you've done the eel travel skip, Mario will die if he's at 1 air point as the cutscene is ending. And would you look at that, going for those coins when I did left me with just enough air to survive. Moving on from that okay eel, it really wasn't great, we come to the closest thing to a break in the run, which is Noki 5 Piantissimo. Having a free split in the otherwise intense Noki Bay is both a blessing and a curse. On one hand, it's nice to get a breather and to mentally prepare for the last 3 levels of the run. However, when I'm on PB pace, and even potentially a 125 pace, having those 2 minutes to think about how my 2 most choked levels are coming up very shortly can feel more like a curse than a blessing. At this point in the run, my nerves were high, and Noki 5 did not help me calm down. With that in mind, this is what my Noki 6 looked like.
Bad entry, but it always is with Noki. I spun the control stick. I spun it. I promise I spun the control stick there. Oh my god. I'm just gonna play safe, I think. That's why I should have played it safe. No, no, no.
I would of course go on to finish the secret, but believe it or not, I was not done yet. No, I'm not talking about the run. I'm talking about fumbling my PB. Because in the very next level, I didn't instant kill Shadow Mario. If you don't kill Shadow Mario before he starts wall jumping up the cliffs, then you will lose a lot of time.
Okay, I'm sad to say, PB is canceled today.
Not only is it hard to follow and spray him in Noki, but Shadow Mario also has this cool mechanic where even if he's at 0 HP, he will not be killable during certain animations, including every jumping animation. Which, spoiler alert, he jumps a lot in Noki.
Okay.
Coming out of Noki now, nearly 20 seconds behind, a PB wasn't out of the question, especially when I got through Chrono Mountain first try. Maybe a small, teensy little PB was still on the table after all? Nah, I choked again.
That's not what I wanted to do. That I'm actually I'm fuming about that. In what world, while standing on the platform, do I get hit ahead of me in the direction it came from? That makes no sense.
I would go on to finish with a 129.30.
Okay, 129.30, not bad.
Now, you might be tempted to think that this run was a waste of time. However, that's not at all the case. Yes, while getting a PB is absolutely awesome, you can't expect to get one every run, even the runs that look really promising. The most important thing about missing a PB on a run such as this one is to have a positive takeaway. Here were my post-run thoughts.
Man, it sucks that I choked Noki 6. I choked Noki, honestly, just in general. I was already talking about how late game is like one of my most stressful parts of the run and one of the hardest. It's also overall my least practiced, I think. That gives me good, clear view of what I'm gonna practice some tonight and maybe tomorrow morning. I'm gonna actually like properly learn Noki 1 routing and Noki 6 routing.
Moving on to day 4, my positive mindset would be absolutely tested. And by that, as I'm sure you guys have already guessed, I mean that day 4 was pretty bad. I think it's in both of our best interests to move through day 4 pretty quickly, so enjoy this little montage of things going wrong.
Oh, I'm on hover nozzle. Okay, that was awful.
Okay, I guess
awful. Dude, why can't I do that anymore? That's the easiest thing in the game. Please, just get me into the secret. I'm out. Just went through its tail while diving. Sick. Bonk. What was there for me to bonk on? Yeah, bonk on a grabbable object. Bro! What am I hitting? I just got trolled by Miyamoto or something. I don't know. Maybe I don't go for the 1-up. Maybe I just... Okay, I'm going for the 1-up.
Yeah, day 4 was not going well for me. And that montage, by the way, is only a fraction of the things that went wrong. It could have easily been quintupled in length. However, despite everything that went wrong, there was one very noteworthy moment throughout day 4 that I'd like to show you.
That's like the second time I've ever gotten that, by the way. Where did that come from? That's a gold by a long shot. Oh my god. Oh my god. I just went gamer mode right there.
Still though, even with that sick Goopy Inferno split, day 4 was just so frustrating on so many levels. From messing up on things I thought I had down, to dropping almost every conceivable spin put and side put, it really felt like I could not have possibly done worse. Despite losing my cool a few times during that run.
Dude, what is up? What is up? Did I break my thumb or something?
I did end with a positive takeaway or two.
Honestly, it wasn't an awful run.
Well, that was cope, but I at least recognized my PN to 3 gold as being awesome. That said, I need to be honest with both myself and you guys. I wasn't giving it my all that run. I mean, partway through the run, I tried looking for a file on my PC. I may as well have been drinking Coke and eating pizza while I was at it. And in general, I just wasn't focusing as much as I could or should have been. It all comes back to what I said at the beginning of this video. Why push myself with this self-imposed challenge if I'm not going to be giving it my all? This version of me was not someone who wanted to get a 125 by the end of the week, because if I actually cared, then I'd be giving it my all, especially when it's day 4 out of 5. If I really wanted this 125, then it was time to focus up. No more lost focus, no more half-assing of strats, and most importantly, no more blaming it on the game or my controller. Now day 5, it was time to finally clutch up.
Okay, auto splitter is running. I have life split selected, and it's time to start a run. I'm surprised they matched these cutscenes. It's time to reset a run. Okay, so that's what that's supposed to look like. I'm surprised that didn't get me further.
Starting off, day 5's run was not looking too hot. First of all, I forgot to remove the memory card before collecting the first shine, which lost me about 5 seconds. Moving into the plaza, I first of all messed up my scumbag movement, which is supposed to look like this. This is how I did it.
Dropping spin puts already. I always drop that spin put for some reason.
I then messed up my Shadow Mario kill and continued to throw in Bianco 1.5. Despite these careless mistakes I've made up to this point, I still made it out of PD only 7 seconds behind. Still though, the root cause of these mistakes is a lack of proper focus and concentration. If I continued to go into this run without focus or concentration, then I would have to wave goodbye to my 125. Moving into Bianco 3, I lost even more time to this wall jump despite everything else being pretty clean. Not good. My travel skip was sloppy, but successful. Same could be said about my Bianco 4, where I pulled back ahead into the green. Bianco 5 was where things started getting interesting.
I could have triple jumped there. That was a pretty good movement, except for the building that's like in front of me. That was bad, but... Okay, promising first spot. Promising first cycle, no tornado, let's go. Am I to be relieved from the curse of mid PD RNG? Oh yeah? Base second spot, let's go. Based on what? Okay, tornado, a little cringe, but you know what? I'm not gonna complain after this so far, like, really good padding RNG from PD. Oh yeah? Okay, I got I think this is the second best PD, like, padding RNG. It might be the first best. I don't remember what the first best is. This is like one of the really good ones. A backflip there would have ended his inhaling cycle early. Because I was late. That was comparably great PD RNG to what I usually get.
Now 45 seconds ahead of my PB, it was up to my GBS to decide if I'd keep my lead.
The chance of the Gooba actually hitting you right as you exit the cutscene is pretty low. Okay, I thought that was a weird angle. Alright, we are gonna skip all of Gelato Beach, basically. This is called GBS. Get yourself in a very specific location. Clip into the hut, and you miss the clip. That's how you do GBS. Thanks for watching. Wow. Back clips above, really? I felt like I was so low in there. This is a stark contrast to literally the rest of the week. Of course, the one day where I'm like, okay, so this is GBS. Okay, there we go. That's GBS. Literally the entire week, the last 4 days, I missed it once in all the streams I did.
Fumble from 45 seconds ahead to now 19 seconds behind. Things weren't desperate yet, but if I didn't finally start focusing up, then I might have to get all of my time back in the late game. And we all know how that goes with me.
I missed my spin hood, so that was bad. Although that was actually kind of a fast for a slow quick kill. That was a fast, slow quick kill.
Shadow Mario was fine. Now it was time to start Pianta with more time loss.
Yeah, bonk. Bonk while running. Actually, that's not a bad cool off. That actually does make it technically faster, I think. Why? They're not supposed to go towards you.
Moving to Pianta 3, my execution was super sloppy.
Okay, for some reason I got a grab instead of a dive. Good backup though. I'm jumping, I swear. I'm not just walking off that ledge. Talk to me.
Since I died here in my 128 PB, I still came out of the Goopy Inferno 20 seconds ahead. Skipping to Pianta 5, I had some sloppy movement, but like Pianta 3, I had died here in my PB, meaning that I came out 50 seconds ahead in the current run. My Pianta 6 was aggressively average, and I lost 6 seconds at Shadow Mario. Luckily, I came out of Pianta in the green, but by no means was I safe yet. So you might be seeing a theme here. Most of my time save has been coming from being just okay. In my 128 PB, I made some major mistakes, so as long as I kept performing just okay, then I could PB. But I didn't want to just PB. I wanted to PB with a 125 by today. Now moving into the mid game, if I wanted that 125, it was time to raise the bar. Let's see how I did in Pinna. Honey skip, average. Pinna 1, slow. Pinna 2, slow. I'm losing my lead here. Pinna 3, average. Pinna 4, average. Except that my life meter became green for some reason. EYG into Pinna 6, slow. Pinna 7, slow. Coming out of Pinna, my lead was basically entirely thrown away. Again, things weren't yet dire, but my 125 was starting to look further and further away, especially when I kept losing time in the early Rico splits. However, there was still a glimmer of hope.
It's funny, I'm like slowly leaking time here, but Rico 6 is free time save. That's right, free. I don't know why I said it like that. I was gonna start doing like an infomercial bit, but then I didn't know where to go after that's right, free, so. Yeah. I'm way too wide. Despite Rico 6 assuredly being free time save, I still only lost a minute and a half to it in my 128 PB. So that means if I stayed exactly on pace with my PB, except for not having a disastrous Rico 6, then I'd at best have a 126. The bar still needed to be raised, and I was running out of time to do so. That's when this Rico 5 happened. Okay, Gooper Blooper, I've been having a hard time with the angle off the trampoline in this level. It's literally, I just have to base him like that. Yo, 7. Thank you everybody who's watching. I appreciate all of you. Even if you're not chatting, lurkers are also very valued because I myself am a lurker 99% of the time. That's a gold, wow.
This was the turning point for the run. With that Rico 5, I literally raised the bar by getting a goal. Rico 6, as we already established, was free time save, and I came out of it nearly 2 minutes ahead now.
Yeah, but even with that botched coin, 2 minutes almost. Well, I guess a minute and a half, and then that almost makes 2 minutes with the already 14 seconds I had. So the disc drive on my original Wii when I was a kid broke, and my dad bought another one, like used, and that's this one. But then he later fixed the disc drive on our original Wii, so we have that one too. And by fixed, he just like replaced it with a replacement part. I bonked there. Yesterday I was talking about how I never bonk there anymore, and that I don't even know how you would bonk there. Funny thing is, I felt that in my heart that was gonna happen. Speaking of feeling in my heart, I'm feeling I'm gonna be successful in this level and not miss my momentum spin jump. Well, that much was true. I'm just gonna play it safe. I also need to learn proper strats here.
Immediately after that crazy Bianco 6 time save, I went on to gold my Bianco Shadow Mario split.
That I watch anyways. I need to remember the Shadow Mario, there's like a backup, where after, if you miss the spam spray, but you leave 1 health, like I just did right there, technically 0 health, I think. A gold, really?
Leaving the mid-game now, I had successfully raised the bar. I was now on 125 pace, meaning that if I played the rest of my run just like my 128 PB, I would get my coveted 125. But we all know how my late game secrets go. Additionally, let's not forget that I'm not a 100% consistent player, and even if I did okay in my secret stages, I would still have to avoid losing time on my other splits, which unfortunately was the case for my Serena 1, making my 125 only have a 7-second buffer.
Okay, I don't know where my A input went there. Oh, this is a decent split. This is a decent eel or mantis split, that is. The alley-oop me. Oh, there's still a giant one. Jesus. This is pretty slow. Need water. Yeah, this has been super awkward. This Manta.
Now going into Serena 2, I messed up my secret entry, thus leaking more time. And once in the secret, well, the worst case scenario. I messed up my momentum spin jump. Psych! I mean, I did mess it up, but I still didn't die, which is what matters here. I came out of Serena 2 with an extra 50 seconds, and by the time I left Serena 3, I was now on pace for not just a 125, but a 124. Moving through Serena, I continued on my 124 pace, with the only major mistake being that I died in Serena 4. At this point, it seemed like nothing could get in the way of me getting at least a 125. But alas, I had not fully overcome my poison, my major flaw as a runner, losing focus and concentration at the most vital points. Leaving Serena, I probably made one of the most boneheaded mistakes I could have made, which is that I didn't leave Serena. I re-entered when it was time to head to Noki.
I couldn't explain this, but there's some unique out of bounds. I wasn't paying attention. I'm not supposed to come back into Serena. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's not a huge amount of time loss. I mean, it's big, but it's stupid, but it's not huge.
That was a 40-second mistake. Next was Noki 1, which I would begrudgingly like to show you guys.
It's all good. Nice. Nice. Well. Missed my A input there. Missed my slide flip there. Okay. Back on track.
Somewhat luckily, my Noki ones are always bad, which includes my 128 PB. However, these are mistakes that should not have been made. I had practiced and learned the proper Noki one routing in the last 2 days, so I shouldn't have made as many mistakes. But again, I was lacking focus and concentration. The good news? I was still on a comfortable 125 pace. The bad news? I couldn't make any more major mistakes. And as I established earlier in this video, Noki and onward contain some of the easiest, most punishing to make mistakes in the run. Moving past my perfectly on pace Noki 2 and 3, we get to eel. This is where the stress of being 3 minutes ahead started to hit. My eel fight was honestly pretty much flawless for the strat I use, except for perhaps the most crucial part.
Oh man, I got an air refresh there. A bubble spawned in like the exact right spot. Okay, nice. That was a clean 5-tooth. Get it? Clean 5-tooth. Because it has double meaning. Because it was clean execution of a 5-tooth eel, but also I cleaned his teeth. Its teeth. It's like a guy and a girl, I think. Yeah, I didn't think I was going to get that.
I missed the travel state. Losing 17 seconds, I now only had 35 seconds of buffer on my 125. Skipping past Piantissimo because, of course, it's Piantissimo, it was now time for possibly the most stressful level in any percent, especially on PB pace. Noki 6.
Secret and entry. Get the tightrope. There we go. I don't get that at that angle. I played that so safe. I had such a safe angle there. It's crazy. Okay, I'm just gonna play it safe. Okay. Okay, I'm also gonna play this secret incredibly safe. Starting from here. So I'm going really slow here. I'm an entire cycle behind on that spinny thing. Almost just went off the edge there. Okay, side flip. I'm being very intentional with my movement right now.
Okay, coming out of Noki 6, I now only had a 16-second buffer to make a 125. If I messed Shadow Mario up here, then the 125 dream would be dead and gone.
If you miss it. Okay, luckily I kind of missed it, but still got him.
Now with only 13 seconds of mistakes left to make, it was time for Corona Mountain and Bowser. One mistake could cost me this entire week-long challenge. One mistake and no 125 on Mario Day. Oh yeah, this run was happening on March 10th, Mario Day, by the way.
Oof. That was an incredibly awkward speedboat. I didn't land on that, really? Doing rocket storage, basically storing the height from rockets before walking off. Don't say that. Don't say that, Master Mario. I'm gonna play it pretty fast, but not like super fast. Okay, I didn't dive there because I wasn't confident in that angle. Oof, I got hit. See, that's the RNG bit, if the water will hit you. Oof, that was almost really bad. Yes! 125, let's go! Woo! 125, man. That's like 3 minutes I saved because it was a low 128 I had. So yeah, about 3.5 minutes. Yes! 125, my camera is glitching.
And to top it off, my final split was even a goal. This was a great moment for me. After my highs and lows of this challenge, I pulled through and achieved my goal of a 125. But this series is called The Road to 119, and as such, I won't be satisfied until my timer says 1 hour and 19 minutes on it. I may still have a lot of work to do, but I'm coming for that 119.